People won't realize what you're going to hear until it's much too late. XRP, yes, the coin that everyone either loves or hates, but there may be a significant supply shortage coming. Furthermore, I may be referring to the present when I say something rather than some future. It is being quietly snatched up by major players behind the scenes. Institutions and treasuries. Even whole businesses are keeping it hidden from retail customers. They're getting left behind. The weird part comes next. The headlines don't mention it. Exchanges continue to display the price of XRP as if nothing were wrong. The declining liquidity, the vanishing order books, and the growing premiums for big purchases, however, are invisible. I've spent enough time here to know when something significant is about to happen. What's going on with XRP at the moment? I have all the telltale signs of a phase of stealth. Accumulation that could blow out when people realize they can no longer believe in me. I'm dissecting everything in this video. Who is purchasing? The supply is where's it actually heading, and what is the outcome if conditions continue to tighten? Because it will be much too late if you wait for the headlines. Let's begin. $105,877.00 in Bitcoin. At the moment, Ethereum is down 2.69%, arriving at 2,622. It's down roughly 4%. XRP continues to keep its fourth place position. It is currently at $2.20. At 2.25, we are below our support level. Before the monthly closure begins, we would like to see it return above that level. That will take place tomorrow. The overall value of the cryptocurrency market is 3.44 trillion, people. Since the markets are doing well, we have nothing to be about. You would have been aware of this if you had clicked the join option located beneath each and every video. Once you join the channel, you would have received exclusive stuff like this in addition to being ad-free. In this member-only post, we provided you with the precise location of Bitcoin's travel. Those locations need to be examined. I said 102 to 106K, and they haven't been touched yet. Price just cannot ignore them without repercussions. That easy. The range is 102 to 106 before the extremely bullish push up to the $120,000 range, which is anticipated in the first few weeks of June. That is the bottom. We have discussed that as well. Watch out for your key week. Pay has become a YouTube member for this reason, people. Unexpectedly, there are more than $10 billion worth of Bitcoin and 1.67 billion worth of Ethereum options. Their expiration date is today. What does that signify? You had better buckle up then. People, you had better prepare yourself for some price turbulence. That's the meaning of it. Options, what are they? Let's dissect it. In the cryptocurrency industry, financial contracts that provide traders the right, but not the responsibility, to purchase or sell an asset at a fixed price before a given date. Options are used to speculate on market movements or to hedge against risk. When a lot of options expire at once, traders may modify their positions, which could affect the spot prices of the underlying assets and cause further volatility. Here is what we are examining. Take note of it. The maximum pain point for ETH is 2,300, whereas for Bitcoin, it is the 100K. The price at which the majority of option contracts expire worthless, resulting in the most loss for option holders, is known as the max pain point. This is really fascinating news, so pay attention to those important levels. Before XRP, there was a lot of exciting news. There's seen more money trading on these futures. The institutions become interested. Even if the language used here is incorrect, it's doing just that. It will now be 24 hours a day. The institutions that we get this will benefit from it. Yesterday, Trump and Jerome Powell met at the White House. Trump informed Powell directly that he needed to lower the rates. As stated in the news story, we're discussing rate reductions. People, I'm advising you now to buckle up if it does happen. You must lock in, since these are cryptocurrency markets are about to undergo a very significant transformation. Then Binance US is back, sweetheart. In case you missed the announcement yesterday, the SEC has withdrawn its action against Binance US. Officially, Binance US is now open again. USD deposits. When the lawsuit occurred, you were unable to onboard fiat anymore. But now that it's back, I adore it since they offer so many possibilities. I used to use Binance US like no other. That was my exchange. Check that out as well. It's an extremely simple swap to use. Chad retweeted this from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia regarding the tokenization of White Rock oil. Nothing against Chad, just have a look at this. This is a hoax, according to the original poster. when it did come out, it was similar to phony signatures. We will not discuss it. Yesterday, there was a lot of wild excitement about XRP. I agree with many of the individuals who were getting really excited. They will purchase all of the treasuries and backings that we have seen for XRP. However, this news report is untrue. However, Ripple then makes this public. This is a really fascinating article. If it's occurring on the chain, it's happening with Ripple, which is intriguing because we received this XRP Ripple that grows with Hidden Roads, our over-the-counter cryptocurrency business. You may recall that Ripple bought Hidden Roads, which is a significant amount. Currently, we are witnessing the formation of numerous treasuries that are purchasing a significant amount of XRP off the market. This collaboration or agreement with OTC Crypto Service and Hidden Roads is right here. In order to enable institutional clients to conduct cash-settled over-the-counter cryptocurrency swaps across a variety of tokens, they are launching a digital asset prime brokerage service in the United States. This is a huge FCA-regulated operation run by Hidden Roads UK. The CEO institutions giving them access to a wider variety of goods and services. Remember, the Ripple is gaining Hidden Roads here with this deal. It is anticipated that the introduction of this over-the-counter service will improve the usefulness of Ripple's USD peg stablecoin RLUSD, which Hidden Roads will utilize for broker services and collateral. Additionally, this action strengthens XRP's positions in institutional capital flows and puts Ripple in a position to compete with well-established stablecoin suppliers. That's large if you don't think it is. Let's discuss XRP and let's discuss its scarcity. The market makers are losing control of their supply and it is dwindling off of these exchanges. Keep in mind that there are only so many XRP in existence. The majority of it is owned by Ripple. Another large percentage of it is owned by the market makers. A portion of the exchanges are then kept for themselves. The big companies entering the market aren't trying to flip XRP, are they? They are purchasing, possessing, and permanently locking it up. The treasuries of corporations and the government are considering XRP as a key digital reserve asset. The amount of physical XRP that is available is starting to drastically decrease as more sovereign funds, institutions, and large enterprises start purchasing it. Recall that they are spending 10, 20, 30, 40, $100 million, 0 cents as they're coming in, and they're purchasing XRP. Meanwhile, Ripple's creating private liquidity pools and channels for banks and other organizations. Furthermore, the general public, including myself, may no longer be able to purchase XRP on public marketplaces if it is financed through these covert means. Retailers will be priced out of significant holdings in this market as demand rises, supply contracts, and prices soar. This might be the final cycle in which XRP is publicly accessible. Access to features may be restricted by cost, rules, or private networks, and you could be forever shut out if you don't join before these treasuries totally take over. I think there are currently up to 3 treasuries purchasing XRP. As they come in, these treasuries are purchasing large quantities of XRP, and they're holding it and locking it up. To flip it is not their purpose. Their purpose is to purchase, hold, and observe the price increase. The quantity of XRP is running low, therefore you might not be able to obtain it if several treasuries and spot ETFs become live. There's something I want you to notice. I'll just leave it at that. Ripple Bellwinkle is out. Look, wash your hands, be kind to each other.